Today we're talking about the cost of living in Florida. Hi there, I'm Lisa Carroll with Team TLC, and this is...
I'm Maria Nager.
We're realtors here in the Tampa, Florida area, and today we're going to talk about something we're asked all the time. What is the cost of living in Florida?
So, are you considering making a move to Florida and you're wondering what is the cost of living there? So, here's a couple of stats for you. So, 91% less than San Francisco we are at. That's the cost of living, okay? We are 86% less than New York City, 61% less than Washington, D.C., 57% less than Boston, and 20% less than Chicago. Even compared to Miami, we are 17% cheaper.
Here in Tampa.
Correct.
Yeah, so cheaper than Miami by 17%.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So for a breakdown, if you're moving from the tri-state area of New England, the overall cost of living is almost 40% less in the Tampa Bay area when calculating rent and food. If you earn $6,000 a month in New York, you'd only need to earn $3,800 to live here.
That depends if you eat at my house. Because we probably way over budget on the eating.
Yeah, if you don't want to cook or you're too busy to cook, it could cost a little bit more.
Yes, like us, we like to dine out a lot. So for California, the overall difference is around 22%. But overall, real estate and rent is approximately 42% lower in the Tampa Bay area compared to Los Angeles. That's a lot.
So income. The average income in the United States is $31,000.
Wow, you got to imagine that's kind of tough to live on if you
Yeah,
have a family of four.
Yeah, for sure. And the average income in Florida is around $28,000. The Tampa area is just a little bit higher at $29,000 average income.
That's average because you really got to find that hard to believe. You know, I think that seeing the market and the trend and the industry that we have here, and now Florida's not just a retirement state anymore, I think those numbers are really improving.
I think they're going to go up well with all the people migrating down here for sure that are
remotely working.
Yeah, so I think we'll see that increase for the area.
But the most important thing relating to income while living in Florida is no state income tax. That's huge.
Yes.
So that's right. You keep more of your paycheck with no state income tax. New York is between 4 and 8%. New Jersey, 11%. Massachusetts, 5%. And California is up to 12%.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
That's
great thing to consider. Florida does have a state sales tax of 6%, and some counties in the Tampa Bay area have additional sales taxes.
Right, we have the surcharge.
Yep, right, just a little bit. Hillsborough County's total is 8.5%. Pasco and Pinellas are 6%. Hernando County is 6.5%. And this means if you spend $100 at a restaurant in Hillsborough County, you'll pay $8.50 in taxes, while in Pasco or Pinellas, you would pay $7.
That's a big point right there, because that's a lot of what I tell people all the time is lower taxes are Pasco, higher taxes are Hillsborough, typically.
Yep, and that's a good example of it there.
Exactly. So places to live. If you're looking to rent, the average rent in the Tampa Bay area is around $1,000 a month for a one bedroom. Rent increases about $300 per month per bedroom. And there's also been a tremendous influx of apartment complexes that have been put up lately.
Oh my gosh, yeah, insane. Right? So lots of opportunity to rent right now.
Yes.
Single family homes are harder to come by, but there's a lot of new builds on new construction.
And they're brand new apartments. You have washer dryer, granite. I mean, these places are beautiful.
They are gorgeous.
With the amenities, some have gyms and the pool and the grill out areas.
Yeah, so you can rent while you build your house or while you search for your new home.
Yeah. Very cool. However, on that note, rent is climbing at a faster rate than many other parts of the country. St. Petersburg had the 4th highest rental rate increase for a one-bedroom apartment last year. So nearly 20%, making it $1,500. But again, everything's gone up.
Yeah, so everything's been going up,
especially since COVID and whatnot, right? Everything's going up.
For sure. So the median listing price for a home in the Tampa Bay area in January 2020 was $280,000.
That's last year.
And that's a 5.7% increase from the year prior.
And that was last year.
Yeah, but imagine what it's going to be
this
year.
We're already a year and a half into it. Okay.
That's last January 2020. So this was, now we need to see how much they've gone up since then.
I think it's like 20-30%.
Yeah, it's like way above that. Yeah. So we'll get some updated stats on that for sure.
Yes.
Tampa Bay area is comprised of 4 counties. Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas, and Hernando counties are what we consider Tampa Bay. The main cities in the area are Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Wesley Chapel, Brandon, and Spring Hill.
And those are the main hubs. I mean, there's little towns and areas outside of that, but those are the big ones. So now, what will money buy you? So again, a 1-bedroom beachfront condo, $300,000. A 3-bedroom bungalow in Seminole Heights, Tampa, starts around $215,000. Those are old, built in the
Historic,
1920s,
yep.
right? Kind of homes. A lot of those, though, have been they're revamping the areas, renovating a lot of these houses.
Beautiful.
Very, very, a lot of characteristic in the homes, and a lot of very trendy.
Oh yeah,
that's the word I'm looking for.
That's a great opportunity for young people. Love that area.
Right.
It's definitely a hub
Walk
to go
restaurants,
walk to the restaurants, and bars,
all that. So 3-bedroom home in many non-waterfront areas of the Tampa Bay area start around $300,000 to $600,000. In that mid-range is where they start. A 4-bedroom lakefront home in Land O'Lakes. Good luck. That's
it's hard to find.
$550,000 to $1 million. Very hard to find. They just, the minute they come, hit the market, they're gone.
They're gone. Yep.
Downtown Tampa or Bayshore Drive or Davis Island.
They start at $1 million.
Start at $1 million.
So South Tampa is a lot more pricey.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Property taxes is one area that the state and local governments make up for the lack of state income tax. The property tax in Florida is 1 to 1.5%. So it's lower.
Yeah, for sure.
Than a lot of places. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's great. For an example, in Hillsborough County, a $200,000 home would have about $2,300 worth of taxes. A $400,000 home could be around $4,500. Each county varies slightly, with Pasco County property taxes lower than Hillsborough and Pinellas. To check property taxes for a specific address, you can see the links below in the comments, and you can check out any address and see what the current taxes are. When calculating your property tax, make sure you account for a CDD fee. What is a CDD? You should check out our video that we made prior to this about what's the difference between a CDD and an HOA.
Now, insurance. Insurance is another big factor to include in the cost of living here in Florida. So homeowners insurance, depending on whether or not you need flood, the average homeowners insurance policy is about $1,900 a year, depending on how you arrange your deductibles for hurricane and whatnot. This is one of the highest insurance rates in the country. And I've recently spoken to my insurance agent about that. And one of the reasons are there was a lot of people processing claims for roofs.
Roof from storm damage and all that. Yeah, so our insurance rates have gone up significantly over the last years, but especially most recently.
However, I know that our Governor DeSantis has put something into place that should hopefully take effect maybe next year in making some adjustments to insurance companies.
Yes, we've both seen ours increase quite significantly.
Yes, exactly.
It's not like excessive, but you were saying $100 every year.
Yeah.
But then this last year it was like a couple $100 instead of just $100. So.
Exactly. It went up. It went up significantly this year. If your house is in a flood zone, your homeowner's insurance will likely be higher as well. However, we don't have a lot of high flood low flood elevations. Yeah. Most of us are high flood elevations, so we don't really have. If we do have to have flood insurance, it's not like $3,000
unless you're right along the coastline.
Well, yeah,
on an old house that's on the ground, that's not built up on stilts,
or beach.
Those can be quite expensive, but most times not.
Right.
You can check flood zones maps and the links below as well. So we have those for you below. Car insurance in the Tampa Bay area is a little costlier than other areas of the country as well. The average cost of car insurance in Florida is $180 a month for a 30-year-old driver with full coverage. Wow. Now I have my 17-year-old. I just added on mine.
Yep, me too.
So wow, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's gone up too a lot because of in part the cars now have backup cameras on the rear and front bumper. It's like, so when they have to replace a bumper, it's not just $350 anymore. It's like,
it's the
$1,500.
Gotcha.
So that's a good part too. I don't know if it also has to do with any, texting and car accidents for that reason too.
Right,
maybe
gotcha.
Just, more car accidents. But so anyway, next on the list is utilities. So again, utilities tend to run higher than the national average here in Florida. due to the fact that we run our air conditioning a lot.
All year round,
So,
pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
pretty much.
In the winter, the bills
They do tend to
quite
go
a bit
down.
lower.
December, January, February.
If you're lucky, you can maybe 2 months out of the year.
Right.
Not
pretty
run
low.
it. And
Right.
then you might turn your heat on for a minute or two.
Right.
Just to warm it up just a sec.
A little
bit.
Yep. So Florida residents pay an average of $126 a month for electric for a small house or apartment, and that's 13% higher than the national average. Again, in the northern states, they use oil and heat, so that's
different.
That's different too.
Yeah.
Yes. Other factors to include are the internet, which is $50 to $60 a month, and then water. Depending. Some people have a well, some have public, but that could run you about $300 a year.
That varies very
Definitely
much
varies.
from where you live, place to place. Because mine here is $200 a month.
You got your sprinklers a lot.
Well, but just the water company I have, whatever. Some
Right.
are more expensive than others.
Right.
When I lived in Hillsborough County, my water bill was lower.
Right.
Even though it was just a different water company. So
Right.
that can vary, but I think that's a good average, that stat.
So groceries.
Groceries.
My favorite store.
Publix.
Publix is the big Florida-based store, and it is just, when you walk into Publix, if you've never been to one and you're coming from the north or anywhere else, you could eat off the floor in a Publix.
It's clean.
Right? It's so, and everybody is so helpful. They will bag you
Beautiful
groceries,
displays.
bring your groceries out to your car and put them in your trunk.
And won't take a tip. You can't tip them.
Can't tip them. And they have great butcher, fish department. I mean, it's just got their vegetables, fruits and veg. Everything is just so fresh and so well displayed. Publix is a great place to shop. It has low cost competitors like Winn-Dixie, Aldi, and Walmart, and specialty stores like Whole Food and Sprouts.
Yep.
Sprouts is kind of cool. Have you been to Sprouts?
Sprouts is cool.
Yeah.
I like Aldi here
A
and
lot
there.
of Aldi's are popping up.
Yeah, so they're cool. They have
Aldi's
good-
is very different than Publix. Aldi's is almost like a wholesale.
It's it's different, but
Right?
they do have some good
Their own name brand stuff.
Well, they have good like grass-fed beefs and stuff like that are less expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they have some good organic type products that are
Interesting.
really good.
Interesting.
They're affiliated with Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, one of the two.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
that's why. Yeah.
Okay. I know the veggies are a lot less than
A
Publix.
lot less, but I
Yeah.
don't know if they're always
As fresh?
in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of
Interesting. But
Yeah.
they do have great bagel seasoning salt.
at Aldi's.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
they
have to
do.
check that out.
It's good. You can put it on everything. Avocados. It's delicious.
Really?
Anyway, yeah. So we find that an average groceries run between $150 to $250 a week.
Which is
That's for how many people?
11% below the national average.
Okay.
So you're
okay.
getting your cost of food for 11% below the national
I could
average.
see the $250. I could see $250 for a family of 4.
Yeah, if
Approximately,
you're
right?
good at shopping and you don't
yeah.
have 2 teenage boys. It
Yeah,
all depends,
well,
but these
yeah.
are just
You got-
national
you gotta-
averages.
You got to do it Publix, the buy one get one, because Publix does a lot of buy one get one free.
Yeah, the BOGOs.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
child care, based on the state average, child care for a child up to 3 years could cost $8,700 per year. Florida is ranked number 32 in annual cost of child care in the U.S. Florida does have a free voluntary pre-K program for children starting at age 4 and a full day kindergarten at age 5.
Yeah, my daughter did the VPK. Did your kids?
Yep.
Yeah,
That was
it was
long
nice.
ago now.
Gets them out of the house, gives you a little 2-3 hour break, and gets them to learn to
Socializing.
yeah, and
That
get them
was
into the routine of going to school.
fun
And
old
it's free.
times.
So that's definitely helpful.
So long ago.
I know. Okay, so crime. Crime is crime, right? Everywhere has crime. We would live in Shangri-La if we didn't have any.
Yeah.
But Tampa Bay has 26% less crime than the average U.S. city.
That's great.
So that's perfect.
Job growth. Tampa is at the top of the list in the state for job demand, with job growth rate at 2.25%, close to a full percent higher than the country's average at 1.59%. Future job growth over the next 10 years is predicted to be 42.7%, which is higher than the national average. WalletHub.com ranked Tampa as one of 2020's fastest growing cities in America. Tampa ranked 9th in terms of large city growth.
So with that, post-COVID, again, everywhere you look is help wanted, right? So we should be ending this unemployment
Slump.
Yeah.
Slump.
Soon. Definitely soon.
For sure. So we're seeing a lot of growth here for sure. We were seeing it before COVID, but now it's starting to.
A couple of big companies coming in.
Yeah.
Manufacturing companies, Oh, what's the financial? I keep
Raymond James.
Raymond
had a
James,
huge corporate.
Yeah, there's so many other things. We'd have to do a whole nother story on that one, but
For sure.
So job growth, a definite plus here in Florida. Excuse me. A few other things to considering if you're moving to Tampa Bay from New York or California. 71% of the homes that were sold last year have a pool. So here we use a pool pretty much almost year round. I mean, you might not use it so much in December or January, but if you have a pool heater and you have visitors come, then
They
you're
jump
going to
in.
probably use the pool, right? Because then,
Well, we use ours all year because we get in the hot tub in the winter,
Right.
even when it's cold.
yeah, you
So
do.
we are
trying to do
constantly
that.
in the hot tub.
Yes.
Every night, can we go in the hot tub? Can
Yeah.
we go even when it's hot? I'm like, it's too hot.
So the nice thing is we don't have the expense of opening and closing pools
Right. That's
either.
You never have to close it.
And then in the winter months, we do shorten the time that we have to filter it, right?
Yeah,
so
saves
what,
you a
6
little bit.
hours a day
Yeah.
versus 8 to 10.
Saves
in
you
the
a little
heat.
bit of money on that, but
Right.
outdoor landscaping expenses might be a little higher in Florida as you'll be tending to plants and grass all year round.
Right.
Speaking of maintenance, brick and vinyl sided homes, popular in the northern states, are rare here in Florida. Most Florida homes are stucco and they require painting every, I'd say 5 years.
5 to 7.
5 to 7 years.
Right?
So
Yes.
that's a maintenance item.
For sure. Florida is a great place to live. No state taxes, no snow, and 250 days of sunshine.
You can't beat that. Thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and hit the little bell so you'll be notified of our upcoming videos.
And if you didn't know before, now you know more.
Ciao for now.